everyone, welcome to the channel. And it is pretty late in the evening already. We just got back from the AquaExpo 2024 here in Germany, Dortmund. From the title, we got our first betta fish. Now the first thing obviously is the health of the fish, and yes, I'm busy acclimatizing the fish just to get him accompanied to the water temperature and to get him comfortable with the water chemistry of the betta cube here. And yes, we finally have a betta fish for the betta cube. The betta cube has basically been up and running, planted and completely done for at least 2 months now. And as mentioned in the first video where I set up the betta cube and scaped it with the hardscape and built up the substrate layer, I gave my wife full control of choosing the betta. And at the AquaExpo, they had a plethora of bettas to choose from. They were amazing looking betta fish there, but my wife, well, she was very indecisive with a few bettas, and then she finally laid her eyes on one specific betta fish and she really wanted that one. Unfortunately, as we were standing in line to go and get the betta fish, somebody was quicker than us and they took the betta that my wife actually wanted, and it was a little bit disappointing for both of us. It was an absolutely stunning looking betta fish, and in the end there was another candidate that my wife also had her eyes on. She was looking at that one the whole time, though then her eyes then moved onto another betta fish and she couldn't decide anymore, and it was getting kind of late. There was only around about a half an hour left until the expo was actually closing, so it came down to a coin flip, and this is the one that we brought home. I switched the lights off as well just to make it a little bit less stressful, not to have this bright light on him, especially outside. It's already pitch black. And whilst in the car, he was also in a paper bag as well, which my wife was holding basically like a golden egg the entire way. Once he's adjusted, I'm going to release him into the tank. Most probably just stare at him in a little while, just look out that nothing really goes wrong or anything. And I would say I'll catch you guys tomorrow then, once he's fully settled into his new home, and color is also just going to be way more vivid and way brighter. He's quite stressed out, so I'm just going to leave him for the evening. So the second day of the AquaExpo 2024 is done, and as you guys saw in last week's video, we took you through the expo and eventually we got back home with all the goodies that I basically bought and all the animals that I bought for the betta cube. Now, I didn't showcase the animals in last week's video because, well, I wanted to keep it a little bit of a surprise. And what did I actually get? I got 2 fan shrimps, and I got 5 Amano shrimps, and I got another bristlenose catfish, an albino one, to go into the betta nanocube and make this their new home. The bristlenose was definitely a little bit of an impulse buy, but I also wanted to get one for quite some time, since there's quite a bit of algae everywhere that the ottocinclus that I actually have in this tank, that they aren't actually really dealing with. And the bristlenose is definitely going to be dealing with all of the algae that's growing on the leaves and especially on the wood. So he's definitely going to be a perfect addition into the nanocube as well. And then we come to the fan shrimps. Now, for those of you that don't know what fan shrimps are, they basically filter the water by fanning through the water column and picking out any small little debris and such and living off that, eating off that. And my wife absolutely fell in love with them when she saw them at the expo, and she definitely wanted to go get some. So I decided to, get 2 of them. Fan shrimps do get quite big over time. These here are already quite sizable, but they're definitely going to get at least double in size. But I think they're going to be quite a cool little addition into the nanocube here as well. Standing around in places, basically just fanning through the water and feeding off any small particles. Just going to be a little bit more life inside here than, just the betta. And the animals have been acclimating now for at least around about 20-25 minutes, and they are ready to be added into the betta cube. I would say let's get the animals out of the bag and into the betta cube and show them the new home. been a few days now with the betta fish and all of the animals that I actually added into the nano cube, and they are doing all fine. Except for the Amano shrimp. I don't really know if they are actually even still alive. I only added in 5 Amano shrimp and they were kind of small, so maybe the betta has eaten them, maybe not. I don't know. They could also just be, well, hiding in the entire, well, plant section, so I don't know. Otherwise, the fan shrimps, they are still alive. I see them from time to time, but they are in the very, very back of the aquarium and they don't really come out to the front as I was hoping to. A little bit sad, but I'm hoping that they might still come out to the front as they grow. The bristlenose, unfortunately, he's in between the plants most of the time. He comes out early in the mornings, late at night, obviously, and he's been keeping the nano cube actually quite nice and clean, so I'm very, very pleased with that. And, well, for the betta, he is doing absolutely fine. He's extremely social, not afraid at all. He'll come directly to the glass, as you can see right there, and he eats extremely well as well. Now, the betta fish is from a breeder out of Thailand, and I'll put a link of their website down in the description. The name is, well, it's Siamimbellis, something like that. I'm most really butchering it really, really hard, but go check them out. They got some amazing bettas there. And, well, luckily enough, they were obviously at the AquaExpo showcasing their bettas. And that's where he's from. So he's actually from a breeder, not wild caught. It is a half moon blue. I don't really know that much about bettas. As said, this is my first betta ever. I haven't fed him yet, so let's give him actually some food. I only feed bettas live food. You should also only actually feed bettas live food. They don't really digest any plant material. They're hunters. So live food is all that they get. I'm going to prepare some live food, then we can feed him, and you guys can see how happy he actually gets when he actually gets a few worms. So I got his favorite food right here. This is just some bloodworms, and I'm gonna feed him with a syringe. And as you can see, he's already quite excited. He knows exactly. As soon as I pull out the syringe, he actually gets quite excited and happy. Let's give him some food and make him happy. There we go. He's fed, he's happy, and I do apologize if my voice sounds a little bit, well, dry or scratchy. I might have caught something. I still have quite a few bloodworms here, and I can see that the rainbow cribs and the red-tailed shark, they're also roaming around and looking for some food. So I'm gonna just pour in the rest into the 3-foot aquarium and they can snack away on that. And yes, I would say I'm going to sit back after this and, well, try and get my voice back to normal again. And I'll say I'll catch you guys in the next one.